Everybody's laughing. Tech lady and Tech lady are talking about getting Chinese food. God damn it. God damn it.
Okay. I'm okay now. Tech lady's dying and dropping.
Yeah, she's dying. Okay, Tech lady. And we said we were going to be serious.
Yeah, so we were originally, today was going to be a quasi-serious, but it turns out to be just.
So not helping. I'm trying to share the show so that everybody knows we're on here. You know? Before we do all that, I just want to ask Todd a couple things. Why are you stalking Mary Jane?
I feel like when you show up everywhere someone else is without them there not and watching them, that's stalking. It's not great watching.
That's against the law.
But technically, like that's I'm looking for him. It's not stalking. I'm looking. Literally, I just stalking. You happen to be at the same park that he was. You were working out.
Did you lose him?
I mean, I'm not like just hiding behind something. At least I'm literally just going up to him.
Well, no one said anything about you hiding anywhere, but now that I mentioned it,
Yeah. Watching him like Michael Myers.
I'm just trying to get him hyped for the 12th.
Oh,
So what is happening November 12th?
yes.
Everybody, what's happening November 12th?
November 12th is Feast or Fight. It's awesome. Every match card on there is amazing. Every match. And I gotta say, 2 triple threat matches that I'm really excited for. The Hardcore Championship and the Light Heavyweight Championship. 2 of the best title matches I will love to see. And I can't wait for.
Well, we do have an interesting wrinkle to announce with the Hardcore Championship. Did you want to do that? You want me to do that?
So, really? You know what? You can do that. We can do that.
Well, as we all know, Big Coop and Joey Angelo have had a heated rivalry. Now, as part of our pre-show, which folks you do not want to miss, they are going to have a Falls Count Anywhere match with the winner then being added to the hardcore. So we're going to go from a 3-way hardcore match to a 4-way hardcore.
Fatal 4-way hardcore. Wow. Hardcore championship match, which is going to feature one of the 2 winners, Joey Angelo
Or Big Coop.
Big Steve Coop, going against Charlie Bonifer, James Hines, and Dirtbag Dan.
And not to be mean, I feel this will be the last time for a long time we will be seeing James Hines and a man.
And we also have another match that's going to be released. I'm going to release it now. We have the Skeleton Crew going against the Boy Band.
Ooh.
Just added, breaking news, there it is. Skeleton Crew versus the Boy Band.
Now, that's going to be interesting because boy bands are talking a lot of junk in general. They talk a lot. Now, what I find, this should be a great match, and it just shows the depth of which LTW's tag team division is going to be. Because that should be fun, and then on the card we have Money Fighting. Money Fighting? I don't say that. For some reason. I said it right now. No. But I say it wrong. Money Fighting will be defending their belts against Tyrant. And that's going to just be just like heavy shots, big hits thrown.
Yes.
And now I'm not sure what my original prediction was. Like we could go predictions for each match too. My prediction for tag title match, I'm going to pick Money Fighting to retain. I think and here's why. Clark Williams can match power with both members of China, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, well, Will doesn't have to. Will Powers can use his speed, which I think gives him the advantage. Will Powers with his speed might be able to outquick them. So,
yeah. I mean, we have experience in the ring with Will Powers. he does have some speed, but he lets his ego trip him up every time. You know, I think that's going to play a factor. I think he's going to wind up relying too much on Clark Williams, in my opinion. And that's good or bad. Yeah, it's still. That's what I think. I think Tyron can make it.
I think it's time. Really.
Money.
But how long has Tyron been wrestling for? That's a good question.
For a long time. Bray will spread around a hot minute. He's no stranger to Ring of Honor.
No, honestly, like I said, if you were just looking at the two teams side by side, whatever, Tyron has a lot of advantage. Like I said, the X factor in this match will be Will Powers, who for light heavyweight is strong, not as strong as Tyron, but he's quicker.
Right.
And I think that's going to be a deciding factor. It's the quickness that Will Powers.
Yeah.
All right.
But either way, I'm focused on Tyron.
Well, don't you have a match that day, young man? Yeah.
No, I don't.
Is it anything?
I don't have
He doesn't.
no. I do not have a match.
Pass him up. Right?
Yeah, it's not ready yet.
Well, he's too busy focusing on what he's doing.
He's stuck in AJ.
All I'm doing is trying
We
to
don't
get
have
people
time for
hyped up, especially AJ.
Maybe that's why I think you have a match. You're just saying.
Now, if we're going to talk about the skeleton crew and the boy band, you have the boy band that's been a thorn in Tyron's side since free for all.
All right, let's be honest. Who haven't the boy band annoyed?
Well, you're not.
Who haven't the boy band upset in anything they do?
Right.
But what I will find intriguing is that somehow, though, they always find a way to win.
Yes.
One way or
One way or another, they always find a way to win. By any means necessary, however you want to call it, they do find a way to win. But what I do find intriguing about this match is Skeleton Crew. Have we really gotten to see much of them?
No.
Except for Northbound.
And but that was it. And just their short time of being in that ring, we saw a glimpse of what they are capable of doing. I'm gonna have to put my money on Skeleton Crew for this match.
As much as I would hate to disagree with you. Here's why. My thing is, we haven't seen enough Skeleton Crew. We've seen Menace on the program a few times. We honestly haven't seen enough of Skeleton Crew as a team.
Right.
And like I said, Boy Band always finds a way to win. If I will say this, if Skeleton Crew shows up and actually wants to wrestle, completely different. If they're there to clown around, I just see the Boy Band take. If they show up in a mood to fight, I don't know. But I'm going with Boy Band. What about you?
Honestly, like, I agree, but I also think, boy bands will keep their way to victory. But something about Skeleton Crew, their size, their ability, I might have to go with Skeleton Crew on this.
We also do have one other thing. They have Dolly.
Yes, they do.
That's another thing.
She's scared. Yeah, she scares me a little bit.
It's terrifying.
I see her halfway across the room. That's different.
Going to another match I'm really looking forward to. It's involving your best friend, RJ, going one-on-one with Jay Bougie and the light heavyweight champion, Jay Evans, in a triple threat championship match. will like having the championship.
Hmm.
You already know what my answer is.
Which him?
There's too many J's. Thank you.
In all honesty, we got a lot of J's in this match.
Yeah.
Battle of the J.
Battle of the James. Winner or else? No, we're not. That's a terrible thing to fight for. The letter of the
Next
thing.
thing you know, they'll have to replace their name.
Yeah.
Yeah, evil.
And we got
The bougie.
the
The booze.
booze.
The booze.
So the eagle, the booze, and the Kevin.
I actually watched his videos like a lot. Since mentioned.
You're not stopping.
It's the only bit.
Only it. But not that.
You're gonna get it.
Very cool. I see it now.
I don't want you. It's not to suck. It's about finding my best friend.
Well, stop losing him, first of all. But in this match,
That's his fault.
so
A couple screws loose. That's not his fault.
but in this match, what I do find intriguing, and we had a conversation saying if AJ stays out of his head, he can take this match. I'm going to pick the champ. I'm taking the champ. He's too much on a roll.
Yeah.
He's too much on a roll.
I'm going the same route.
Right.
What's the matter? Where'd you go? No, you weren't here. You're pulling the time. Yes, I know. But you kept me watching JS.
That's good.
Yeah.
Jay.
Wait, you can't just say Jay. Jay. Okay.
It's the marquee.
It's like Jay.
Jay.
Okay, well, to key, eat,
Kabushi.
Sounds like a terrible band.
That's like Asian pop
Dave's trying not to laugh. That was good.
He's turning right up.
But to me, this match, I think, has all the elements to be the modern wrestling classic. You got a lot of strikers, high flyers in this match. I think this is the one where the fans are just going to be sitting there going, oh my God. Like they're going to be in it.
This is like an NXT takeover.
No, this is good.
I think so.
Yes.
But we're going to be changing what we compare to soon. So, we're not going to get into that now because I'm trying to be in a good mood. Next match.
Let's go with Mike Goldstein versus Adrian Serena.
That? To me, for those of you who have never seen Mike Goldstein work, the man is phenomenal. In the ring, he's gold. His out-ring hobbies, I don't remember what Simp was. No, told me. No, leave the man alone. Now this other dude, what do you say? What's his name?
Adrian Serena.
I don't know a lot about him, so who knows? Does anyone on the panel know? Like, I know he's been part of AEW Dark. He's pound third of Primal Fear. So to me, even just by hearing that, that tells me the man knows what to do. This is Mike's. To me, this is the Mike Goldstein statement. He needs to make a statement here in LTW to let people know that, yo, I'm here to dominate the challenge. So I'm going to pick Mike because this is a have to win. Not this. This is where I can lose and recover. He needs this win. He needs a statement match. I think this is going to be.
Yeah, I have to go with Goldstein. Simple fact, going up against somebody who's made a name for himself. Recently, he good on AEW Dark and also on. And I feel like Mike Goldstein wants to set the statement to all those big name companies out there and he wants to pick up the W.
Yeah, what I think is really cool too. Ryan.
Yep.
Who do you got?
I got my Goldstein.
Why?
Because he looks like he got said he wants to prove why he's the real. And he is gonna, I do say, holding the line every time. Next week.
Goldstein?
Yeah.
I like heavyweight.
You mean heavyweight?
I gotta see
Mike
Mike
Spark.
Goldstein in the world heavyweight champion.
I can't say the world heavyweight.
I see Mike Goldstein at some point the top, for lack of a better term, top dog of this company.
It's a
Future.
Man, what you got?
I got Adrian.
Yeah?
I've seen him work. I know he's hungry.
I think what's funny is this is, I think if it works out for LTW, we'll have one more show before the new year. But to me, the vibe is, talking to a lot of the athletes involved, this is like we just said, Goldstein needs to make a statement. So many of the athletes are saying the same thing. They need to make a statement. They need to show that, hey, we're here to show you what we got. We're here to prove that we're not just going to sit in the background.
Right.
Because when you look at it, LTW, the landscape, there's nothing set here. Not like what in other companies, the 4 or 5 same people who are going to be competing with the same thing.
Right.
Here in LTW, it is almost like anyone, anywhere, anytime. Here, it's the same. But this is the statement, I think, with the vibe going in, that this is a very important show. All these matches, at least to the wrestlers, even if there's nothing on the line, it's still very important.
Right.
So who's next on the docket? We have Tommy. Who are you picking?
Goldstein.
What about you?
I think it's being Goldstein.
Huh?
I think it's a must win. That's a unanimous for Goldstein.
No. Matt had to pick the other guy.
Adrian can pick. Okay.
You lose, buddy. You owe us all around.
1, 2, 3 can't drink, so it's just you.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Breaking news.
Oh, breaking news.
Breaking news. Ivy Platinum will not be taking out Jessica Jean. Ivy Platinum suffered injury. She will not be participating in the fight. However, we will be having a mystery opponent.
Which is going to be interesting. First off, Ivy Platinum, we wish you a very speedy recovery. You will be missed. This, I don't know who it could be, but I know Francesca was preparing for Ivy Platinum. Now everything has to change.
Now the whole bar changes.
Everything changes. You got to etch a sketch that.
Perhaps the prediction has changed.
She's not going to be a woman.
No.
Francesca will be rolling so low unless you got Joey Angelo and Frankie Marinara decide they want to post the notes in there.
Yeah, which I wouldn't count them out. But yeah, this really does change because you're preparing. Like even when you're preparing for a test, you study.
I'm not gonna lie. I had my money set up for Francesca Jean. Now I'm like, wait a minute. It's a mystery opponent.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be anybody. It could be who's hot in the Indies right now?
Casey Cattell.
Casey Hall, Dina Steele, Vicious Vicky.
Anybody from that.
Let's be realistic. If we wanted to go there,
Riley Shepard.
Yeah.
There's so many people that can step into that spot because LTW open door policy. You cannot step in that spot.
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, my bad.
I was going to say, but now with the mystery opponent, this changes the game plan.
This does. Only how many days away before the show?
I mean, it's 12. So, it's a week away. We're a week away.
Well, folks, think about it. Today is Sunday. Our show is Friday. How many days?
We are
So Francesca.
5 days away officially.
So right now, Francesca Cini just found out the opponent she has been preparing for will not be there.
Then she's got to change her whole game plan.
The whole game has to change, so she has to prepare for anybody.
But the question is, will she be ready in time? Will she have, that mindset of anybody can walk through that?
Yeah, it's not like you can sit there and prepare for a power style or an aerialist or a mat wrestler. You have to be ready for anything. I mean, you can't focus that workout. Anyone who's on any type of sport, when you can't focus, it doesn't help. Man, I don't know now. I was all for Francesca holding on to the belt. Now,
So the real question is, I don't know. I don't want to hear
Let's not go
don't, Matt. You just want to
That's fine.
You want to poke that bear, right?
Oh, okay.
We'll get into that.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
The real question is, are we still going to go for Fran, or we're going to go for this mystery opponent?
Man, this is hard, without knowing who it is.
You know what? I'm gonna have to stick. I'm gonna stick to when I feel like she'll football to her. Somehow she's gonna do it. Not saying it's gonna be clean.
I am torn because it's like she was my original pick, but now you don't know who's walking through that door. But I agree with my co-host over here. She will find a way to hold on to that belt. Don't know how, but she's gonna find a way. Ryan.
Because she has one from Tony Cheaton, I would say she's going to get the win.
Okay. Oh, man!
This is going to be interesting.
Changing the game.
Left field, good point.
Still gonna do something.
I don't know anymore. Ask me the day of the show. Which, folks, we will do a podcast a few hours before, at least what we try before the show starts.
We will give you the feast or fight pre-show
with the predict. Oh, I'm so mad at you right now. Damn it! I was all set for my prediction. But once again, Ivy Platinum, speedy recovery. Can't wait to have you back.
Yeah. And let's now move on to being talking about it. Let's go on to Frankie Marinara versus Ray Epic Lewis.
Oh. Can I just sit back and enjoy this one? This is just going to be brutality.
Two very large and power-hitting men.
A super heavyweight fight. This is what this is.
Literally.
Yeah, I love that. This is definitely a Haas fight. And, ooh.
One's from Italy, one's from Brooklyn. Of course, this is going to be a big fight.
Oh, man. Wow, this is good. What you got? What you got, Matt? I don't know. You like me right now. Both have backup.
Yeah.
Both do have backup.
I'm gonna say Ray.
You going Big Ray?
Yeah.
Because he has the team his son.
Behemoth is equal to two backup.
Literally.
That's Fran and Angel that came from each other.
Literally.
And what's scary is he's getting better. Behemoth is getting better. I've seen the man. He gets better and better. So does Ray. And Ray was already good. What you got, Tommy? Ray Epic Lewis. Frankie Marinette. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that flag?
No one can hip hop and cheese.
I like him. He's so good. What about you, Ryan? Who you got?
Ray Lewis.
Yeah. What's that called? What you got, Dave?
I'm going with Frankie Marinara.
Now have you worked both guys before?
Yes.
Do you have that insider scoop? Now I'm gonna put you on blast.
Sure.
Who hits harder? Who got that haymaker? Who got that haymaker?
I'd say Ray Lewis hits harder, but Frankie Marinara is very quick forward.
That is true. For his size, he is quite agile.
And he can fly if he has to. And seeing a big man like him fly through the air using his body as a weapon, that right there is very handy.
Even though, like, between those two guys, it's always got to be about what's going on the outside as well. Because Royal Familia is going to cause it to forget, Behemoth could get them out. And they'll just marinara and lose. And to me, Frankie Marinara needs Royal Familia to win. So I think Ray Lewis is going to get the win.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to pick Ray Lewis. He needs it. He needs it a way a lot more than Frankie Marinara does. And it was funny you mentioned how Frank Marinara, yeah, man's big, can fly off the roof. For those of you who did not get to see the outdoor show we did,
The free for all.
thank you.
Pretty cool.
The free for all show. Ray Lewis blew me away when he climbed the top rope and launched himself to the outside. The man, the man does not know fear. So I'm going to pick Ray, but like I said before, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the things that are going to go on. What else we got?
Myself versus Britt. Yeah, winner takes all. Man, he was quiet the whole time.
He said, wait for that one. He's like,
So you like Grim? What happened? Traded on?
I turned heel on.
Wow. Big deal.
Wow.
Where did you see it? $100.
Well, I tell you, he's 24/7 champion. Oh man, is that one of those little shots fired right now? What's happening? Ooh, oh boy. You got Tommy. Me or Grim?
You.
wow, that took some
That's
money.
That took some time.
Wow.
You guys don't know. Tommy and I have a little heat, man, because I put his extra for the fake Aborn slaughterhouse. The slaughterhouse match.
Why would you do that?
He got in my face.
Okay, that's fair. I'm sorry, dude, that's kind of fair. You can't give him away. What about you, Jacob?
I'm going to go with Ace on this. And moral, the fact is this. Ace has taken on big matches more than anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be honest. Grim, he takes on matches too, but he can't go for 10 minutes, especially with Ace.
You know what? You read my mind. I was thinking the same exact thing. If this match goes past I'm going to say 10 minutes, the 10-minute mark,
10-minute mark even.
past the 10-minute mark, this is your match to lose. The first 10 minutes is going to be rough. But past the 10-minute mark, that's your match losing. So, not just excuse my friend and co-host, but I will be picking Ace for this one.
Yeah, but he couldn't. Grim couldn't have no violence.
That's also true.
That's the thing. Like, don't go in there. I gotta be prepared. I've been in the battle with Grim multiple times. Cheated and
Yeah.
I got cheated.
Ninja twins.
Like that. Remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it
wasn't
up. No, they didn't raise my hand like this. So they called the match.
Yeah, like,
I
I
was.
thought there were 6 people and we only had Frankie.
It's just, I think, now, let's be real. If Grim tries shenanigans,
Don't you win?
do you have the backup?
Oh, it's good. It was sick. There. I'm not sure corner, but worried about his home.
Yeah.
But I had big group. I mean, I had guys that are loyal to the WWE brand, who I'm sure will definitely go to bat for me. Come to your head. I look at it this way: Grim stepping into. We're not going to be in the TDS or
No.
we're going to be in the LTW, where LTW is in control, can control things. However, who can't control is who Grim brings. He's always going to have do out there to help him film his match for his channel.
Yeah.
And he has his girlfriend there, and who knows, maybe he's bringing, somebody in a mask or something. These are the things I gotta be prepared for, and in my brain, I am prepared. Am I ready for it? I have no choice.
This year has been the war between BTS and LTW. And of course, it started off with even Ace and Grim's war and Grim Mania. But of course, to me, Ace was cheated out. And then we had to divide the conference. And it was 3-on-3. And of course, Ace teams won. It's 1-1.
I'm just saying.
Off with one win.
I don't know why Grim got the contract that he got here.
Yeah.
Ace.
I didn't sign it. Robbie approved that. Robbie pushed that through. And speaking of, Robbie will be in the house that night at a feature fight.
The W.
And apparently he's had some announcements to make. Apparently he wants to sanction a certain match, which I. But
besides that,
you can't. We shall see.
We shall. That's Feaster fight. Even like the two changes that we had with Ivy Platinum's injury, and then the adding of Skeleton Crew versus Boy Band. Nothing was hurt. Every time you more I hear about Feaster fight, the more it's like, you gotta come down there. You gotta check it out. You gotta see who's gonna be there, because we've had certain wrestlers in the crowd enjoying LTW, and out of respect, we don't put them on blast here. We don't blow up their spot, but because but when other people come in for the show, folks, come down and watch the show. Non-stop action. We still got one more match I feel we need to talk about.
So,
the Hard Club. We have two. Oh, wait, we have two. Before we get to the Hard Club, we have the Intergender Tag Team match. How could we forget that?
I was going to say, but I didn't want to interrupt.
What's in that coffee cup?
Did we go with Jelly? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been.
Yes. That was the first thing.
That's the first thing we talked about, dude.
Are you okay? Are you good?
What was in your coffee?
Do we have
Well, the Intergender Tag. All right. We have the Spirals.
And we have the Morning Stars.
Strange and steep.
Strange and Steampunk.
No straight.
No, that's the unusual. Just Eris when she's with Lawrence. It's Strange and Steampunk. It's steampunk. It's Steampunk Strange versus the Morning Stars, the siblings. This is a rough one.
I'm going with the Morning Stars.
Off the bat, just literally not even
I'm
thinking about
telling you right now. Have you not been following what's been going on? I mean, you're like best friends with him now. Like, with Angela, look at you smiling over there, laughing. Look at this guy. You know what I mean?
I've seen that movie. That's just
He's summoning his Reaper. He's got a lot of things going on. I mean, what is going on? What is going on with that?
yeah.
I like stuff. Clearly, that's
literally, we need to know.
Details.
I think he's just trying to tell us we have to
Wait and see.
Yeah, you guys have to wait and see.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. All right.
So you're obviously but you're going with the Morning Stars on this one.
Yes, I do.
Okay. What about you, Matt?
Strange and steep.
Hmm?
Their time.
Is it?
They both lost their titles at the previous show. They're hungry. They're coming back to it.
Ryan?
Morning Stars.
Anything else? Just one.
No, they just won. Maybe a rematch.
I'm gonna say strengths. And really, it's more roles they have so much experience, including more stars. But it's just between those two teams, I see straight to Steam advantage.
All right, I'm gonna pick. I know they're gonna be mad at me for this because I've done it forever. I'm picking the Morning Stars for the reasons that Matt picked, but for the opposite effect. You're saying they're hungry. They have to do it again to show that they can rebound. I'm saying since they both lost it, I don't think they're going to be in the game for this one. So as much as I would like them to, Morning Stars. So now we talk about the hardcore match.
I'm going with their bacon.
I think I was going to say the same thing.
Titan Blade Street compared to
To be honest, we have three. To me, we have two.
And
what's honest?
We have two hardcore guys. One guy. It's not even a. I'm gonna say two guys are hardcore. One guy, to me, doesn't even know the word of hardcore.
Wow. Machine gun.
I don't care if being truthful. Bonneberg, Dirtbag 10 has experience 4.
I mean,
Hines?
he's not wrong. That's the thing. He's not wrong. I don't. Listen.
He got hit with a leg tube so fast.
Wow. You were just.
Wow.
Angry. There's something. What's up?
Yeah. You got backstage beef with somebody?
He's upset that doesn't. Oh. But no, but he's not wrong though. When you think of the LTW hardcore division, what name pops up right away? Bonnefer. Bonnefer is basically the kingpin of the hardcore division. Then you come up with, oh wow, we got Dirtbag here. And then if we want to dip into the pool a little bit, you had Paul, you had your, Joey Angel. You had these guys who, when you mentioned hardcore, those names were the ones that popped up in your head.
For LTW, you're right. They came from hardcore to the brand. I say probably Bonnefer. However, let's go back to the archives a little bit. We also had Kenzo, who was part of that. No strength to
Yeah.
We had Dirtbag Dan as well, who's no strength to deathmatch wrestling. I mean, you got those names below.
They come right. They come to your mind.
They had no fear of pain. They had no fear of bleeding. They had no fear of anything. They just want to take that out there. That's why I say Dirtbag Dan, who is the godfather of Phil, the sulfur slime, as you like to call it, the Duke of Dust. He is the one guy who I know that will come out and take the hardcore championship and they get it run.
Yeah, I. This is why, and nothing, and as though we are kind of joking, nothing against James Hines. It's one thing when you do this it's one thing when you're going one-on-one. It's a completely different beast. When originally you had a triple threat, now you have to. You only will have how much time to prepare for that opponent.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Exactly. So to me, I don't see him walking away.
I will tell you this. This is not my tagline, but Joey Angelo is no stranger to deathmatch wrestling.
Exactly.
He went to war with Kurt Bell on an episode of BTS, where this kid went through several pains of glasses and right on fire.
It just, so to me, it's just, once again, James, I don't see James. He doesn't have that experience to survive this type of thing. Nothing against him. Like, yo, dude, you can wrestle, but this isn't about wrestling. This is about surviving, and I'm gonna pick. I will pick, and I will call him this. He's the kingpin of hardcore until someone can prove me different. At this moment, I'm gonna pick Charlie Bonner to walk away with that. He made that belt just as important as the heavyweight title, if not more so.
But I just want to say this last thing. Between what I get, but I never got to see Dirtbag in action, so I watched the video. So for the hardcore, it made me change my vote from Monitor to Dirtbag in. So I'm picking Dirtbag in because that man.
Now, but what if? What if? So let's.
Oh, here comes the what if. I love that show.
No, we got. Now, we're also talking about Joe Angel, but we're not Big Coop is UGPS Hardcore King. What happens if he steps in that match now? I've never seen Big Coop do hardcore.
I have, and yeah.
Has he ever been in the ring with Bonner? Has he ever been in the ring with Dirtbag in? No and no. I don't want to hear it.
Oh wow!
Either way, I see one of those guys kicking his ass, knocking him back in the front back.
Wow! You got some, dude.
Well, you guys are good.
I have to be honest. Nobody's going to be honest. Everyone's going to be like, oh, he's grown up. No, I'm going to be honest. Big Coop, I don't see hardcore. Even though he's a tough motherfucker, I don't see it. Sorry about that.
You use up a lot of F words and one.
I am deeply sorry.
No, it's fine. But we can't use any more F words.
I am deeply
And I had a good speech that would
I
F
am
words.
sorry.
I go.
I'm sorry. But still, I don't see Big Coop winning this. No, but even then, Joey Angelo, if he goes in, he has been to war with Bonner. So to me, I feel like Angelo would do good in that game.
My thing is, and this is what Big Coop or Angelo are at a huge disadvantage because they're going through, even though it's at the beginning, they're going through their own small war before. So they're already going to come. You don't know what type of injury they might receive. And both of these guys are knuckleheads when it comes to injury. They will keep going no matter what. So if they get hurt, they will be going in at a disadvantage. And I'm not saying the GTS hardcore division sucks. I'm just saying their top guy would catch a whooping from, let's say, the third contender to the hardcore title of LTW. So remember that one. I said it. But I think I'm still saying anyone who's the winner of the Coop Angelo match will be at this fan because they're both been through one win. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with Charlie Bonner from what I've seen as of late. He wants it the most. So yeah, that's my pick.
Yes,
I just think that.
Wow.
You can't change my mind. Start back there my whole way.
I see that band. Seen him live. A lot. No, like I've seen him wrestle a lot. And I know how hardcore he gets.
He was in the ring training last night at Celebrity Boxing for this one.
I was showing you he wants his spot.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, cool. You went on the whole show.
And you know something? I truly think it will be him. Well, it's also shout out his birthday that.
Oh wow, yeah.
Beers on him.
Birthday gift for him. His birthday gift is that hardcore title.
Wait, did you say beers on him?
That's rude.
Who buys other people beer on their birthday? I want you guys to buy me beer.
Okay. That's buying beer for everyone.
You can't drink.
Well, not for me,
Okay, cool.
but everyone, including for you.
No, I heard about a crazy party, but We'll talk about that after. Yeah. But we have another one?
That was it. We covered them all, right? Yeah. I think we covered them all.
Don't look at me like I know what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, let me go into the archives.
Yeah, folks. You know what it is? We have so much going.
There's so much going on.
So much.
Yeah, we covered them all. We covered them all, man. With the including of the boy band versus skeleton crew.
Yep.
A new match added to the card.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank Twister card.
I'm still.
Imagine intrigue.
I would love to see Blackthorn from solo.
Blackpoint?
Yeah.
So what I find interesting,
He's a crazy character, man.
what I find intriguing, and Dahlia actually messaged me. I'm not nervous about it at all.
He gets his stuff.
She did not.
She put that voodoo.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Wonder how it does fit. You're not sitting there with whiskey.
Yeah. You got
And I don't have
a fireball.
I ain't playing no game.
And I'm
You wanna play that
sitting
game?
here.
You want to play that game?
No,
Do
yeah.
do you want to play that
Tomorrow's
game?
Monday. We have work.
Yeah, do you want to play that game? No. But no, one thing that I said that Dahlia has pointed out, and something that has always often intrigued me, was that even though her team's only going to have a short time to prepare as the boy band, this whole show has been about preparation. And when you think about it, several matches have been completely thrown off because now it's new preparation. They have to change the mindset, the game set. Everyone in the hardcore match now has to prepare for a fourth opponent. Fran now must prepare for a opponent she doesn't even know. Did Air J and Jay the Kiev? That's right, Jay the Kiev. Shut up.
That's Air J saying.
Yeah, whatever. But now they had to go. Did they have enough time to prepare for an extra opponent?
Jay's promo.
Well, that's what he says, but you have to show that you're ready no matter what. But so many of the matches got thrown into an uproar, and like I just said, her guys are ready. They've been ready. They're waiting to go. And so it's just like it's the vibe of everyone you talk to. For whatever reason, this show coming up, folks, these guys are pumped.
Yep.
They're chomping at the bit.
It's their WrestleMania.
Yeah, for lack of a better term, it's like they're hyped to be here. I think this show is going to set the bar for what comes next. Stop it.
Mark. I would have to say this will be the biggest show. It like I've seen all the shows, and this might be the biggest show so far. This might be the biggest one that could change
What's great,
everything.
What's great about this break is that you're saying that I said the same thing about the Black Concert. That was
Yeah,
I just think the shows get better and better.
better and better.
Better. And the thing is, guys, is that going into these shows, if you're not watching the YouTube channel, you're missing out.
Major.
You're missing out because LTW has matches, has build-ups for these matches. I mean, like these things, like if you miss an episode, you're missing a big plot of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we encourage you before coming to the show. Please check out the YouTube channel. Please catch up on what's going on because I can't even believe what's going on.
No, we can't. The amount of just when I say these guys are chomping, when I say these guys are ready, I've got a chance to speak to. I'm not just talking about the wrestlers. I'm talking about Matt. You and I have been there. We're talking about with the backstage officials, with the whole of the company, LTW. This is, like you said, our WrestleMania. This is what we're pushing for. And if you missed any, and I will say this here and now, and someone can fight me if I'm wrong. I will put up the vast majority of LTW shows on our YouTube tapings against just about anything else you see on your television. I say we are on.
Just the WWE part.
I'd say we are on par.
Why do we have to?
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
We are on par, and sometimes we surpass the wrestling aspect. No, we don't have a lot of production. We don't need it.
Well,
We're not all sizzle.
let's,
We're not,
let's talk about that again, because you never know who's going to show up. Guess who showed up today? Stone Cold Steve Kyle. Stone Cold Steve Kyle. You don't know Stone Cold Steve Kyle, a.k.a. Kyle Wolf, okay? Go on TikTok, type in Stone Cold Steve Kyle, check out his work. And this guy is crazy. He went to war with Britain recently as well. But yet, like, now he showed up to our show, to our place, and
To the brand.
oh my God. But no one makes that great. Everyone's coming here.
Yep.
Yeah.
People are coming here. People are talking about to come to this brand, talking about to be at this show. I know promoters who are talking about LTW. I know talent from other places.
he wasted no time. He posted already, you guys.
He just done.
Your club and things.
And I even tried to too sweet him, and he turned me away.
Oh.
He turned me away.
See? But that goes to show you, LTW,
The place to be.
that's where everyone wants to come. And we're not going to disappear. We're not going to be like other companies, say things and don't mean it. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Shut up, man. But yes, can we just do it? Because it's making me itch. It's making me itch. Dave, it's making me itch. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Please, just I can't cuss because someone used up all my cussing cards.
I am sorry.
Dang it, fucker.
But
You have no sense.
all right, this is why I'm bringing this up.
This is where I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I can't stand when you're about to dog on
Because
You go Osway.
everyone just move over.
They're fighting over my seat.
No.
Fine.
Landing's been in position.
Okay,
Whatever.
this is why I'm bringing this up.
Wow.
This is why I'm bringing this up. For anyone who's been following wrestling knows that as of recently, WWE released a large number of personnel wrestlers. Why am I angry about this? Why do I care? Normally I don't. 18 people have been let go. Why do I care about this? You're probably wondering, Lee, you don't really care. I really don't. The reasoning that they gave is a lie.
Oh, yeah.
That was the hole was blown in the lie. Now, this has nothing to do with politics or any other such crap. When the reason WWE gave that many of these people were let go was because they weren't going to get the vaccine
Or unvaccinated.
Because WWE travels internationally, and because of the rules and the law, you need to be vaccinated to travel, right? Fine. But it's bull. Because Nia Jax released that she was not once asked about a vaccine. As a matter of fact, she brought up that she took a leave of absence for her mental health. Mental health is a very serious issue,
Yeah.
especially amongst the wrestlers, because many wrestlers do not get the treatments or anything they need because it's, for whatever reason, it's so down upon. And now, when Nia Jax wanted an extended, WWE never answered her. Next thing you know, she found out she was let go. She said she wasn't even asked about her status. This is just the latest thing in WWE being dishonest. Selena Vega re-signed with the company, with one of the big draws being, we're going to have you work with your husband. She resigns. What was it, 2 weeks after?
Yeah.
About 2 weeks later, her husband's let go. Now, to me, once again, why are you bringing this up? It goes to the level of dishonesty. Folks, in this business, you need to be honest with a lot of things. Promoters, owners need to be upfront and honest with the people that are working for them. Because guess what? The men and women in the wrestling ring risk their health to perform and put on a match, a great show for you. And they deserve
The recognition.
their recognition, they deserve their pay, they deserve whatever. And the company needs to care and take care of these guys and gals, if you will. But when they don't, like WWE has caused, as much as it caused wrestling to be popular, it has caused people to hate wrestling. Many people I speak to say they used to be wrestling fans, and then after WWE, they gave it up. Some people won't even let their children come to shows, or they don't want the shows to be near them because WWE left such a terrible taste in their mouth. Now, as of late, AEW, MLW, which I'm a huge fan of, MLW, have really started to bring back the fun wrestling aspect that WWE has been missing. But it is, am I wrong in like a company needs to be honest with their people, and like if you're letting people go, don't lie about it. It's like, hey, listen, we're letting you go because make so much money. Yeah, I mean, okay, Nia Jax, you're right. Did she hurt people? Did she do everything right? No.
No.
But don't lie.
Harry Smith.
Harry,
He's a Canadian, and it's not mandatory to get your vaccination.
and it's not so.
And they
But
forced it.
it's not even like I said. It's not about what my thing was when WWE put this out there, and the hole was blown. It just showed that a company did not care enough about its wrestling. Yeah, LTW is a throwback to when you care. When you care about your talent. Because you could probably look at the list of everyone that was let go, and I'll bet you'll find
We
people.
have the list right here.
Yeah, but I bet you if you were to actually talk to them, someone would probably do a car vaccination. Some people are probably private about it. But to me, Ace doesn't want to talk about this because he knows he hates that. He hates all the BS. When you look at it, though, this is the newest, it's the latest lie, if you will, from WWE about something. And it makes it very difficult for small companies like ours. When you have dishonest companies, and trust me, Matt, you've been with dishonest companies, you've seen them. We ain't gonna talk about we ain't gonna drop names. We might later. See, if I had whiskey in my cup, I would have name dropped everybody. He's laughing because it's true. But when bad companies do things that leave bad tastes in mouths, when you do things that make it harder on the good companies, you make it harder on the athletes to push past what could possibly be their limitation.
We make it harder on fans wanting to come to the show.
It's one thing when you it's one thing when you let somebody go, but you're honest with them. It's another thing when you put a lie. And we've all dealt with dishonest promoters. We've all dealt with bad
Lies.
Yeah, we've all dealt with it. It's not fun. It's not cool. And I think it's about time, just me, that the wrestlers in these companies start letting these promoters know that, hey,
I'm not a stepping stone.
no, exactly. Now, like I said, some folks may not care. Like I normally don't care about stuff. It's just that this struck a particular chord with me. It's because this is the latest WWE getting caught. Because WWE lately is the prime example of being out of touch. Because shows like GTS, they are, all jokes aside, they're a bunch to watch. They're great to watch. They know their fans and they appeal to their fans. LTW, we appeal to our fans and we don't go out of our way to tell the fans what they like because we know without fans, we are not that.
Or recycle storylines from the 80s.
Yes. Stop it. Stop it right now.
It 35 years ago. We don't want to see it again. It sucked then. It sucks now.
I was 5 years old and didn't understand it. I'm 40-something now. I still don't get what you're trying to do.
You can't turn Killer Cross into a dominatrix from what's that? What's that group? Demolition.
Leave Demolition alone.
You look like Super Strength.
No.
No, you leave him alone too.
National
Yes.
Kevin Nash.
Let's be honest here, though. They were trying to make Karrion. They were
He was Shredder.
they were trying to make Karrion Cross a gladiator.
That wasn't a gladiator.
I don't know any gladiators.
With the domination.
I don't know any gladiators that dress like that.
Well, at first, for me, it looked like gladiator.
I think that's what they were trying to do.
They failed profusely.
We talked about this on our last show. If you were ever involved in a gimmick or something that you were uncomfortable with or knew didn't work, Karrion Cross knew that wasn't gonna work.
And I've said that Scarlett made his gimmick a lot, right?
She,
Made the gimmick like work. And
Yeah.
smoke and mirrors
He was the same. He was the dominatrix. And that's the
I
angle they
dare
were
you,
going
if
for.
we ever meet him face to face,
I'll call him next week in David.
you'll call him next week. You're like,
Oh my
you're a sim. Next time that move shows up, I said it.
And he'll hug me. He goes, I love you. I know you were right.
Hey, Tech Lady, do you think Matt will call up Karrion Cross and call him and not get a whooping? She's just staring at me right now.
with the cross jacket.
She's gonna kill you.
She doesn't want to answer me. You know, big guy, more stupid. No comment. She's giggling as she was.
She's prepared by grace.
Matt Wolf's gonna come in limping like, so you said it, huh? He goes, you just said I had to say it.
Look at my leg. It's
But
twisted
also,
down.
this who would have thought Karrion Cross would?
No one.
No one. Karen, no. I honestly, the three people that I thought were on that list that I thought were never gonna get released were Nia Jax, Karrion Cross, Keith Lee.
Keith Lee is, to me, the shock.
A lot of these people you saw on this list, you thought, oh man, I would.
Trey Baxter, Blake Christian from GCW. Like, he just signed. Over the summer.
And now he's gone. Yeah. But now,
Honestly, I would let all these guys in my company try and run.
well, this goes back to it. We were talking about it earlier about how the yes men. Now, ooh, where's Dave? Dave, Ace, whatever you want to call yourself. This is a good one, man.
At this point,
He's got stop.
at this point, you know what, at this point, Lee, at this point,
Uh-huh.
I kind of just knew like everyone would get like it's just at this point everyone just get
Okay. I have a question. So, you know, he being an owner and being a boss,
like everyone just gets released. Nothing shocks me.
Nothing, unfortunately, with the big companies don't shock me. It just perpetuates the fact that it just continues this bad reputation
Yeah.
of an industry that does not take care of itself.
I'm happy that they're gonna get work where they
Somewhere else, and they'll be used better. But it's just it continues this thing of, well, the wrestling doesn't take care of itself, which isn't true. Folks, let me tell you, for the most part, wrestlers do take care of their own. They look out for each other. We're not kidding when we say this is a brotherhood, a sisterhood. For many of us, when you join this company, this is something you're joining. And it gives you this vibe of family. There are people who I haven't seen in years who I will hug, and we talk like without skipping a beat. But then you get the big companies who just don't seem who give up this notion that, you know, wrestling doesn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, Selena Vega didn't get to say anything on 9/11 when she had lost her father. The company,
And she had the gear
yeah, she was
for
cut.
that wrestling
she
show.
was cut.
That once again shows me, it shows that whoever is in charge does not know something. This is why I went for Ace. Because the next question I'm going to ask, I want an owner's opinion.
Yeah, but
we-
they also have
Okay.
Woo!
Oh, Ace, I got one for you. I got one for you.
Wow.
Okay. Now, we know you do the cut thing we talked about. I said it's in many ways it's perpetuating the fact that that the wrestling business doesn't take care of its own.
Right.
When we do it, we mean it when we say it's a brotherhood, it's a sisterhood, it's a bond we have. Now, I'm gonna ask you as an owner. I'm gonna ask you as a promoter. If you see your management crew, your other figures of authority are not doing their job, are actually giving you bad advice or things just suck with them around? Do you get rid of them all? Do you get rid of them all? Start over, get a fresh start, and see what you can do? Or do you do what seems to be the Big W's idea, which is get rid of actual talent and keep your old dinosaur? And I mean that as mean as I can say. Yeah. So as an owner, hot seat owner time.
There's many factors that go into this, and
Do you keep who works for you? Do you keep those that can help you make it work?
young talent.
Or do you keep those that just been with you?
See, there's many factors that have to go into that. And what have they done for me personally? Have they gone above and beyond their call of duty, per se? Like, do they go and do the extra mile that would benefit them and the brand in the long run? It really, with me, it really depends. And I know there's plenty of promoters watching this. That's what they bring each other off. And I'll call them out. I really don't care. They know my phone number. It's on the flyer. So, you know, my thing is let's talk about the old dinosaurs that you used to put it. Okay, if they are not able to perform their duty anymore, if they really if they're tired, they can't they can't live up to their responsibilities anymore because for personal obligations. Mm-hmm. I will pull them aside and be like, listen, this is what you need to do. You can't do it, let me know. Big thing with me is communication. Communication is key. If you don't communicate, nothing gets done. With anything, right? Relationship.
Nobody sends me music.
Job wise, production wise, anything. No communication is bad communication. So if these people communicate with me, then everything's kosher. We can work on it, or we can figure it out. If not, then you kick rocks. I'm sorry.
I feel though, and we were talking, like I said, we were all talking about this briefly. I feel that in the case of the big one, so many of them are out of touch with what the modern fan wants.
Yes.
That they're still trying to do, like Matt said, recycle the stuff that worked. We're not saying it didn't work, but we're saying it doesn't work now. Right. Now, if you're in the position, ready? It's your company, you're the man, and you've got these people with you. Do you go, okay, guys, guess what? I got it, like, they got to go, or do you keep them and try to, because let's be real, the formula ain't working.
It's, like I said, it's also so tough because, depending on your type of audience, they may like the new stuff and they may like the old stuff. I mean, it really depends. But in my experience is that a lot of the new cats don't understand the ways of respect.
No.
That's the only way I could put it, because that's the way it is. They don't know respect. They don't know how to pay their dues, per se, and help out. You got a lot of these new guys who I've seen have been on the industry for maybe a year in, and they're already rolling up with their rolly bags and their fanny packs, putting their gear down, putting it on, asking who's going over in their match, who's their ref, calling the spots, going out there, doing their job, come back to the locker room, get changed, grab their envelope and leave.
Mm-hmm. It was such a taboo, and you those of us who've been around long enough to testify, you never left before the main event was over, unless something unless something massive, unless something crazy happened. You stayed till the show was over. You met with fans, you talked to people. Nowadays, half these guys are those like, hey, no, I gotta go, or hey, I got this, or they double book themselves. Which to me,
they get in my DMs. Can I go on first? Can I go on last?
Mm-hmm.
Last of the intermission. Just like get out of here. You know, it's just like, dude, like,
This is my biggest thing, guys. For all you wrestlers out there, honestly, you should dedicate yourself to one show. It's not fair to either promoter for you to split your time, because that means the one promoter is only going to get you for half of something, and then you're gone. And then you're showing up to the other place late. So, to me, I always say focus on one show. Take one booking at a time.
and choose your booking wisely.
Very wisely.
We are actually over.
What?
Really?
We're over.
Wait, I thought we had late.
We can go on by.
Wow.
We haven't.
You guys are pretty good talk.
Oh, yeah, I didn't throw anything.
Real quick, I want to put out there big shout out to TakeRhinoBrand.com. Shout out to Tank for making some awesome designs, awesome merch. And also to Wrestling and Recovery. They're actually new to LTW guys. They'll be at the show November 12th. They help out with a great cause. Basically, they go over the road to recovery for people who suffer with addiction. And this is any type of addiction.
Yeah.
Not just one. Definitely check them out. Wrestling and Recovery. They will like I said, they will be at the show. They will be at the table. Make sure if you come to the show, make sure you go stop by and say hello. They're offering Krispy Kreme donuts.
Hey, wait. Who can say no to that?
I know we're hanging out for our free show. Can we just hang out at their table?
We'll just slide the table over.
Like someone taking the donuts.
This is a big wood.
Because that's us. This is LTW.
That's
Like,
Yeah.
Just like LTW, you know, we're also out there looking to promote great, do great things for great causes. That's pretty much one of the shout outs I got.
I did want to give a quick shout out to, I didn't get a chance to do this last week, but to my daughter's marching band. They were very happy with their placement. They did awesome. Actually, all the kids did amazing. And folks, this is something else with wrestling, because a lot of us got into wrestling because it was a way for us to escape and just enjoy camaraderie. Same thing goes for your, do me a favor, support your local school stuff. They need your help just as much as the wrestling community does. You know, music programs, things like that help kids, you know. Don't let it get too yeah. The art, oh, absolutely. Check Lady said it. The art program were in trouble when I was in school. I don't know what they're on right now. And yes, I was in school like 20-something years ago. Shut up. But, you know, just really quickly, guys, yeah, just go out there, help them out, support them. I'm going to try to work some stuff out with here and us. But yeah. Anybody got anything else?
All we can say is this: be there for the November 12th show.
Yeah.
Feast or fights, everyone's going to
Say, or like, there's a choice. We're doing oh.
wait, people need to come to the show. This is the biggest show ever.
Right, got anything for everyone? Yeah. Well, follow me on Instagram, RBWD, and outside the ring on YouTube.
The 24/7 champ right there.
Yeah.
Damn. For now.
That's all.
Yeah, guys, I dare you to push button.
All right, well, I got
All right.